Hey guys, Matt Miller here with JayWalk Journalism, and check out Karoline Leavitt, who is about to be Trump's new White House press secretary. She absolutely destroys this mainstream media reporter and eats her for lunch. I mean, she has no mercy at all. Watch it right here.
You want to talk about violence against political opponents? Let's talk about the fact that Democrats have been labeling President Trump a threat to democracy for the better half of 10 years. Let's talk about how they have compared him to Hitler, one of the worst mass murderers in the history of the world, and that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden weaponized the court system and the justice system in this country against Donald Trump in an attempt to imprison him. He sat through a courthouse for 7 weeks this past year, and the Democrats were hoping he would go to jail for it. That is real political violence that has led to 2 heinous assassination attempts on President Trump's life that, by the grace of God, he was able to escape, and he is here with us today. So yes, President Trump knows a little bit about political violence because he's experienced it himself. And talking about the tragic realities of war that Liz Cheney and her father, Dick Cheney, have got this country into is not political violence. It's talking about the reality of the foreign conflicts that the Washington, D.C. establishment have sold out young Americans to for decades.
Yet, of course, after those attempted assassination attempts on the former president's life, his opponents reached out to him and said they do not accept political violence. That has been a key difference there. I do want to play you.
No, please. His opponents are saying to this very day the same rhetoric that led to those 2 assassination attempts. The second attempted assassin on President Trump's life echoed the sentiment that President Trump is a threat to democracy. And if you're a deranged lunatic and you're mentally ill, you will believe that lie. And yes, you will take political violence like we have seen in 2 instances against President Trump. Last week, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris said that everyone who showed up to President Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden was a Nazi. That's despicable, dangerous, divisive rhetoric that is spewed by the Democrat Party every single day. And I am so sick and tired of the media pointing the finger at Donald Trump and saying that he is sowing division in this country. He is not. The media is for pushing hoaxes like the one that you all pushed today, and the Democrat Party is for pushing lies about him. But the good news is Americans don't buy it. And that's why today in 2024, President Trump is more popular than he has been since 2016 because people don't trust the media and they're not buying the Harris campaign's closing argument that he's some great threat to our democracy because they lived under him for 4 years as president and our democracy and our country was stronger than it is today.
Karoline Leavitt is a known savage, and she is going on these mainstream media channels, just taking down reporter after reporter, collecting scalps. I mean, you can tell that she has what it takes to be Trump's White House press secretary. We saw Kayleigh McEnany do it before. We saw Sarah Huckabee Sanders do it. It's a very, very difficult job, and it takes somebody who has extremely thick skin and who is extremely quick-witted and able to answer the mainstream media and all the reporters in the press rooms questions like that. She needs to know the answer to everything. She needs to be on point at all times. And you need to have a certain feistiness and toughness to you because reporters are trying to trip you up. They're trying to catch you not being consistent. They're trying to demonize the president that you're representing. And we see Karine Jean-Pierre right now under the Biden administration doing a terrible job. I mean, first of all, she doesn't answer questions directly at all. She doesn't seem like she's on top of the information that she needs to know. We see her being very rude and crass and just snarky with reporters. And I don't think that that's the way that press secretaries should handle themselves. We saw Jen Psaki before her do another terrible job, in my opinion. And I just think that it takes a very special, very rare person to do this job well. Is Karoline Leavitt the right pick? I mean, in my opinion, I think she has the attributes that we need to see in that position. Trump needs a fighter in there. He needs to be surrounded by fighters, but especially in this role, because this is like the front line between the Trump administration and the media. And really what that means is it's the front line between the Trump administration and his perception across America. The media is the mainstream media, the legacy media, all those massive companies, they're losing their potency. They're losing their power and their reach and their monetization scope because they're dying and people don't trust them anymore. People aren't watching cable news as much, and they're not really adapting well to the new landscape of social media and how to run a business, a news business in that space. So we're seeing a lot of new companies actually rise and take the mantle. They're taking these spots that were once held by CNN and MSNBC and ABC, like in this clip. These are not the kings of the media anymore. They're actually the dying old men of this whole industry. And I think that the new press secretary needs to be ready to handle these new players, these unorthodox new kids on the block who are doing media in completely different ways than it has been done for the last couple of decades. So it's going to be a very interesting time in American politics, and it's going to take, like I said, a very special person to be able to be in the middle of this. Good luck to Karoline Leavitt. I think that she has the stuff, she has what it takes, and I think Trump made a good judgment decision here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you guys get notified when we post new videos. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time.